Welcome, everyone. And here we go with Freak. He'll have 60 seconds to shoot 25 shots from beyond the arc. And, Clark, that works out to about 2.2 seconds a shot.
Love to see you using the sabermetrics there, partner. Quick pace indeed. Each make counts as 1 point with the exception of the last ball. The money ball, that's worth 2.
I actually have the advocacy.
I know you do.
And guys, that money ball can kind of push you along and that gives you momentum going forward.
Money ball, no good. 8 points. Now 9 points. To 10 now. A 3-point lag for him right there. 11 points. 12 for him. That's 13.
Good momentum here to close it out.
He's at 14. Now to 15. Couldn't finish it off, but still put up an impressive number. He gets his tally up to 16 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
I was impressed just with his poise, guys, because he stayed on a very even keel from one rack to the next.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
Just over 2 seconds a shot is all you've got if you're going to use all 25 balls. So there's no time to take a deep breath and gather yourself after a miss.
Yeah, that's right, Clark, and that's why it's so easy to get out of whack and start firing away and shooting too quickly, not really focusing on the rim. And if you do that, then you're at risk of really losing all momentum and falling out of the competition.
Up to 10 now. Now with 11. Can't get the money ball. Rough. That gives him 12. Good for 13. He scores 13 points in the round. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what a
pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
Well, Klay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but more a post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player who's got that beautiful shooting touch.
Now 8 points. Could only get one shot to fall off the rack.
Oh, my.
His 5th consecutive miss. 9 points. 1 rack left.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
Good for 13. He scores 13 points in the round. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, what do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident. You know, it never became one of those lights-out rounds that it could have been. But all in all, I think he's got to be pretty happy.
And so it'll be Stephen Curry.
There's a legitimate case that's the shooter in the history of the NBA.
You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
Well, the number's right there for him. If he can just stay focused, not rush his shots, and find some rhythm.
7 points more to stay alive. He's up to 7. Money ball, no good. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few racks.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get anything.
He closes out the round with 8 points. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, he was totally inconsistent out there. You know, we always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just never was able to do that.
So here's Durant now.
Kevin Durant, KD as he's called, has been a part of a couple of three-point contests now, yet to win one, even though he comes in as a big favorite when he participates. You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
He's got to focus here. He's got to be good. Not great, but just good enough. 5 more points to stay in it. 2 racks remaining.
2 more to stay in it. And that puts him in a second-place tie now.
Good for second. Now to 15. It's tied up. His score sits at 18 points for the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Yep, he did exactly what he needed to. If he had a target number in mind, I think he passed it.
I would think so. Man, I'm sure he's more than happy with that score.
So it'll be Kyrie Irving here. As the final shooter in this round, he knows just what he has to do here. Only 13 points, the necessary score to advance.
Yeah, he's got it in him. I mean, it's going to require pretty good effort out of him, but it's right there for him.
Can't get the money ball.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
7 points.
He's got that nice rhythm going right here.
3 racks down, 2 to go.
5 more points and he's in.
That's 4 misses in a row. His 5th consecutive miss. Down to the final rack.
5 points more to stay in it.
And Clark, he's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yeah, that's it. It's academic from here.
He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
Yeah, in the bleakest part of the round, he actually missed 10 straight shots. So there's no way you're going to win the contest with that kind of a stretch.
Durant's got the highest score from round 1. All he's got to do now, guys, is repeat that performance in the finals.
With the strong group we have moving on to the finals, I'm expecting a very competitive last round.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I'd be surprised if this doesn't go all the way down to the last rack.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. The shot clock's at 24 seconds. You better be ready to put up some points in a hurry. So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. Pressure's on. He's got 24 seconds to top the score. So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. And as a rookie last year, Klay Thompson showed early on that he had no problem, Clark, letting it fly from deep.
Kevin, he shot over 41% from deep, which is really impressive for a first-year player. He's got a bright future, and I think he's got a high ceiling. Sky's the limit. You know, in the 4 times you played in the three-point shootout, Steve, you made it through the first round 3 times. Physically, would you start to wear out or wear down a little bit in the later stages?
I did, Clark, a little bit. I was a jump shooter and not an overly strong guy. So I thought the bigger, stronger guys like Larry Bird, maybe guys who shot set shots, I thought they held up a little bit more. Dirk Nowitzki comes to mind as well.
3 of 4 on money balls.
Finishing strong.
At 16. He tallies 18 points. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And here we go with Freak.
Fellas, 25 shots in 60 seconds, that's a lot. One of the hard things, I'm sure, is staying focused all the way through that 25th shot.
Yeah, and in your head, Clark, you start counting the seconds, and you think, oh, man, I'm not going to finish the round. And then you start rushing things. So it really is a balance between being quick but also being focused and allowing yourself to take a shot.
9 points. 8 more points for him to tie it up. 11 points. Can't get the money ball.
6 points more and it's tied. These last few shots have been beautiful. Pretty to watch.
Good rack right there. 4 points total.
2 more to tie it up.
Make it 17. He finishes the round with 17 points. So it'll be Kevin Durant here. And for Kevin Durant, it's definitely different for him because when he shoots from deep, Clark, it's more in the flow of the game.
That's right.
Steve?
Yeah, if you don't have the right shot rhythm for a three-point contest, it can be a bit jarring. But I think if he keeps participating in this event, he's eventually going to win. He's too good of a shooter. He just needs to figure out the rhythm and get used to the circumstances.
All right, Steve. It comes down to this.
And you know what, Clark, whether he wants to hear it or not, the crowd will let him know when he's getting close to that magic number. So he'll be able to anticipate it as he goes through.
And that about does it.
Too late to make up ground now.
Yep, out of reach.
His total for the round comes to 12. There was just something off about him in that round.
I guess one way to look at it is that he was just in his discomfort zone in that round.
You know, Clark, no need to even put it into words. We could all see how unsettled he was. That did not go well from the start.
And we have reached the conclusion of the Foot Locker three-point contest, and what an event it has been. Our extremely gifted winner, Klay Thompson.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
What's up, everybody? Freak, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just hard to believe I get to be a part of all this.
It's the end of a long weekend. Just do your best to relax and enjoy it. Maybe give the fans a little show, too. But you all know things get serious in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, I'll be ready. Butterfly's long gone by then.
What makes you think you'll even be playing in the fourth quarter, Freak?
Okay. Just because I wasn't on the cover of 2K like the rest of y'all doesn't mean I can't get it done when it counts.
And you can't even get it done on a virtual court. I beat you without even trying last night.
Got you there.
Huh. You got lucky. Okay, I want a rematch.
Yo, I want in on this. I could take you or James.
Well, I got plenty of time to beat all of you. Steph, you want in on this too?
I'm in. Hope you know how to defend the long ball better than you do out here.
I'll take one after you guys are done. Might as well make me the championship game.
Ha! Okay, consider it done. It's gonna be easiest night of my life. But now it's time to start center stage. Good luck tonight, fellas.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
Okay, and you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Neal is in at the point. Durant is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Griffin in at the 5 spot.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over. Over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
Shots good by Neal.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
And you've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Coach and I talked, and he definitely wasn't concerned with the game's outcome. He said the only things I'm worried about in this game are making sure everyone gets enough time on the floor and nobody gets hurt. We'll keep our fingers crossed, guys.
And thank you for that, Doris. And here is Antetokounmpo following the three-pointer by Freak. George passes to James. Lowry for three. Neal pulls it in. West All-Stars off to a quick start here. 6-point lead. The tray. No good. His first miss after three makes. Not a fast start here for the East All-Stars. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Durant. Irving can't get it to go. The West All-Stars with the ball. Now here's Freak, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. West All-Stars shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
How about the game for Freak? He's already got 8 points, and he's put one. Three-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Griffin with the steal. And here's the fast break. And Freak. Gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. And 11 points for Freak.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Battle. One more time. Give it up for your East All-Stars Dance Team.
Lowry against Lillard. The drive by Lowry. And he gets it to go. Lowry's got his first bucket of the night.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But hey, it's the All-Star game.
Neal's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Kicks it to George. And stolen by Cousins. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his first points of the game.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the West All-Stars?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Ron right side. No good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Durant with it. He's picked up by Irving. Lillard. That one off the back iron and out. And here are the East All-Stars. 9-point game. Griffin with the steal. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
The shot by George, no good.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now the East All-Stars with it. Lowry kicks to George. Back to Lowry. Good work defensively by Lillard.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And I'm not sure he realizes there are 4 other guys on the floor with the one-man show.
Yeah, he's got a little black hole going on there. If he gets it, then he's not giving it up to anybody else, and that's really not what this game is about.
And here's Freak following Kyle Lowry's 3.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've got. And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates, and when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Puts one up from 19, and there it is again. Nice make there from Neal.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The drive by James, and the layup is good. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And here's Neal outside. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 9 points. George with the screen on Lillard. Here's Lowry, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Lowry's got 7 points in the game. And here's Neal outside. Rebound by the East All-Stars. George dishes to James. George passes to Irving. Good. And now just a 5-point West All-Star lead.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Outside, George. Pass to Lowry. James outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
A big group substitution here for the East. Andre Drummond's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Millsap comes in for George. Wade, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And John Wall subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The West All-Stars also changing it up, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Klay Thompson in for Lillard. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Now here's Millsap. The shot by Wade, no good.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Really left alone that time. 27 points for Freak.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Outside, Wall. Here's the floater. The shot is off. Nice D from Neal. Puts it up from 17. Count that one. And now it's a 9-point West All-Star lead.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
They get it back. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
Thompson against Wade. Clock at 6. To halt the run. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Wade's got his first points of the night.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Here's Wade following the basket by Freak. From deep, James. West All-Stars with the rebound. Griffin's got his third rebound tonight. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And that's now 33 points for Freak.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
James wide open. Off target from three-point range. Here's Neal. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 35 points for Freak.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
It's Wall with the drive. There's the triple. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Neal drops one in from the wing. Neal's got 37.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Back to James from downtown. No good. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. West All-Stars lead by 17. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action. Points.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 17-point game. Outside, Wall. And he banks in the layup. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now, here's Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Wall.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Now, here's Wall. Following the miss by Freak, it's Drummond with the drive. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. And the West All-Stars have possession. Here's Neal from 16 feet away. He cans it. Neal's got 4 points in the quarter.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Drummond with a screen on Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. Steps back and fires. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Drummond. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. And here's Neal outside. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
And Wall kicks to Wade. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. The baseline J. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Neal.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pulls up. High post. That is good. Neal's got 43 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Drummond the screen. Wall passes to Porzingis. There's the... feeds a Kid Gilchrist. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wall's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Neal's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Puts up the baby hook. Porzingis can't hit.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Inside, Neal, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And Neal kicks to Harden. Aldridge drives in. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Outside, Wall. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Kid Gilchrist has got his second basket.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And here's Neal outside. No good. And the first half.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Party.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Neal, he's in at point guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Durant. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Griffin in at the 5 down low. Shots. good by Neal.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Irving attacking. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage in. As a result, they've got a big lead. But I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Cousins. Neal.